Guys, I want to move over to most improved. I think this is another award that right now there may be just one answer to it. So, Fada, I'll start with you. Who is your most improved player coming into the midseason?
Well, I'm hoping this is my one answer, and I'm hoping it's the same. But I'm going with Julius Randle, and I could be a bold, maybe potentially biased take, but he's just been spectacular. There's no better way to put it. 23 points a game, 11 rebounds, 5.5 assists, all career highs. He's the vet leader for the Knicks. He's the team leader. He's first time All Star. It's just all adding up. Of course, mid season, I want to say that because of just no one expected this out of the Knicks, which means most improved for me. I think the Knicks, you could argue, are also the most improved team of the league. But that's besides the point. I just really think Randall's impact this year has just been like no other, especially no other year in his career. So I'm picking Julius Randle.
Posadas, I want you to go here because we're gonna have some discussing to do.
All right. So again, Fada, I understand Julius Randle. I get it. But I think the correct answer right now is Jerami Grant from the Pistons. When you consider that he came into this season with a career average of 9 points, he showed off in the bubble. It got him paid $60 million to go to Detroit. And a lot of people were wondering, would he live up to that contract? And he's averaging over 20 points per game. You talk about the rebounds, the assists are up. He's having a career year. And what he does as a two-way player, I think that's even more valuable. He's a great defender. And I think obviously Detroit's having an awful season, but it's not because of the efforts of Jerami Grant. I think when you look at the statistics and what he's been able to do as the number one option in Detroit, I think he's proven that if he continues this trajectory, he's going to run away with most improved player, in my opinion anyway.
I get it. I understand it. Jerami Grant's been very good. And to go from 9 to over 20 is impressive. But the Detroit Pistons have not been. And I know that a lot of times these awards are biased toward teams that have been successful or have had surprise seasons. And I don't know if Fada was looking at my answers, but I was also going to go Julius Randle. 23, 11, and 5 for the Knicks, who are in playoff position. And to me, it's as simple as that. This is a team that's supposed to win 20 games. And as Fada alluded to when we opened the show, we thought, okay, why do we have Julius Randle? Is it time to trade Julius Randle? What can the Knicks, from a Knicks perspective, what can we get for him? And yet he has turned himself into a viable piece of the future, someone that New York wants to move forward with, and is seriously saying, well, let's get another star because we pair him with Julius Randle and we're going to be in really good shape. And it's not only his ability to just score and carry their offense, but the way that he's getting other people involved too. As a guy who's a big, the ball movement and what he's done to make other players around him better. This is not something that we had seen really from him almost his entire career, I would argue, not to this level. I think Julius Randle is the most improved player in the NBA this season, and I know it's not. It's the Knicks. The Knicks are back. You got to give Julius Randle the nod.
DeLuca, I understand what both of you are saying, but Julius Randle did average over 20 points. He's had a double-double for a season, so it's not like he took this incredible leap. Assist-wise, I give you that. He's averaging 5.5. He's only averaging 3 for his career. But I think when he came out as a lottery pick, we thought that he could be, a very good player in this league, one of the better bigs. A lot of people compared him to a Zach Randolph. And Zebo was an all-star in this league. So I think there was a high ceiling for Julius Randle. And so when you think about Jerami Grant and for him just coming out of nowhere in that bubble and kind of emerging as the third guy behind Jokic and Murray, and now moving on to Detroit and doing what he's doing, he could have really just faltered over there and averaged 14 points and 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and nobody would be saying anything because it's Detroit. But when you consider the numbers he's putting up, credit to Julius Randle. But I think I didn't expect Jerami Grant to have this type of season, but I always felt like Julius Randle at his best could give you these type of numbers. So again, agree to disagree, but I think those are the two guys that I think we'll see go back and forth down the stretch for that award.